darkness of Gotham, a new villain emerges.
I'm Lucy, and this is episode 4 of Waffling About Topics that I really like. So, the 1992 film Batman Returns, directed by Tim Burton, follows the story of Batman as he comes across Catwoman and Penguin. This movie is known for its more dark atmosphere and gothic visuals and really interesting versions of already established Batman villains. And in this retrospective, I'm going to delve into various aspects that make Batman Returns an unforgettable addition to the franchise. The first thing I want to talk about is the visual style. As I mentioned, one of the main elements of Batman Returns is its unique production design and cinematography. This film was a very dark twist on previous Batman films, especially compared to cheesier versions before it, like the 60s TV show. And actually, after this, they didn't stick with this dark style because, as we see in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, they kind of strayed away from darker themes. Tim Burton creates a really dark and gloomy Gotham City filled with towering Gothic structures and shadowy alleyways. Considering this film is also supposed to be based around Christmas, it's quite shocking for the viewer that it's such a dark film, but this film's gloomy aesthetic perfectly captures the essence of Batman, whilst also establishing a unique identity for this particular version. Next, I want to talk about the complex characters. So, Batman Returns delves quite deep into the complexities of its main characters. Michael Keaton returns as Bruce Wayne, portraying him with the same brooding intensity and internal conflict, but it's Michelle Pfeiffer's portrayal of Selina Kyle / Catwoman that people really remember. Her transformation from this meek secretary to a villain really showcases the range of emotions in this film and adds a lot of depth to an already seen character. The film uses two iconic villains, Danny DeVito's Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, and both of these actors deliver amazing performances that really bring these memorable characters to life. DeVito portrays Penguin as, disgusting yet sympathetic, and it really makes us question our understanding of good and evil. It really adds depth to his character and makes us, the audience, feel bad for him. Michelle embodies Catwoman with ferocity, creating one of cinema's most compelling female antagonists. And when people talk about this film today, one of the first things they actually mention is Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, which, as they should, to be fair. Tim Burton fills Batman Returns with a lot of social commentary that really goes beyond your typical superhero movie tropes. It explores themes of isolation, social inequity, and the destructive nature of power. Through Penguin's rise to political power and Catwoman's struggle against societal norms, we get to witness a critique on the corruption and the darker underneath of society. One positive of its darker tone is the use of its dark humour throughout the film. So Batman Returns manages to have these moments all throughout the film, and it does it quite successfully. Batman has a lot of dry humour, whilst Catman relies on a lot of sexual humour. And these funny moments provide a much-needed lift from the dark atmosphere. Burton manages to balance these comedic elements without undermining the overall seriousness of the story. I'm not going to talk too much about the soundtrack, but against the film's visuals is Danny Elfman's score, that it just perfectly captures the eeriness of Gotham City, and there's a lot of emotional music, and it just helped to enhance certain important scenes. Batman Returns really shows Tim Burton's unique vision and his ability to create a captivating film that just goes beyond people's expectations of Batman. And actually, when this film came out, a lot of people didn't like it because it did go away from a lot of things that a lot of people traditionally loved about Batman, as it focused on being aimed more towards teenagers and adults. But it is still an iconic film that people watch today and is a good addition to the quadrilogy.